let's make a kawaii face. All right, so again, we're going to use basic shapes. So we are going to pull out our ellipse tool so we can hit E on our keyboard. And we're going to start with an eye. Again, I'm going to turn it black by just clicking on the black swatch, color swatch. Hold down Control so that I can create a perfect circle. I'm going to hit S and see if that is too big, not big enough. Okay, I think maybe I want it to be a little bit bigger, you know, because Kawaii has like giant eyeballs. So I think that's probably good for my starter. So now I'm going to hit E for ellipse again, and now I'm going to hold down my Control key, and I'm going to make a little white highlight. Hitting Select, I can kind of move this up to the left, and now I'm going to do Control D to duplicate that, and then I'm going to kind of drag it diagonally down, and then holding Control, I'm going to make another teeny tiny highlight. Okay, that one might be too close to the edge since it's so small. Okay, let's make this other highlight a little bit bigger. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully that looks okay. Just remember, you can make modifications as you desire. Okay, so I want to highlight all three of those. So I can, with my selector tool, I can move my circle around, which I don't want to do. So I'm just going to Control Z to get it back where it was. I'm going to click once inside the white circle, hold down Shift, click inside the other white circle, still holding Shift, click on the black circle. Now all of them are selected. I can do Control D to duplicate, hold down Control to drag this over to the right. Because I'm going to modify my eyes, I'm going to hit Control G to group these together. So holding Shift, clicking each of my eyes, and then Control G to group. And now I'm going to select them all, and under Align, I'm going to try, okay. So under Align, I did Distribute with the second one, which was Distribute horizontally with even spacing between centers. But I still feel like my eyeballs need to be moved. Okay, maybe not that much. Okay, let's try that. Distributing again. Okay, I think I'm going to be okay with this. Now let's do again E for ellipse, and this time choose a pink color, and then you don't have to hold down Shift this time because we just want to do like a pink rosy cheek. I'm going to hit S on my keyboard because that was just a little too elongated for my liking. And I want it kind of close to the eyes. So now I can do Control D, and then holding down Control, I'm just going to drag it across to the other side. All right. So now we just need a little mouth. So again, E, we're getting our ellipse tool, and we are going to turn this black, And this time, let's go ahead and hold down Control. I don't know, we might not need Control, but that's okay. So now I want a stroke, a black stroke. So I'm going to click on my Shift key and choose black for the stroke. Let go of Shift and click on the white X, and then that gives me the start of my mouth. So I'm going to hit S. Okay. Okay, that's funny. That's not what we're not keeping it like that. Okay. All right, but I think what I do want is I want my, well, let's just get the, let's just take care of the mouth first. Okay, so we need our fill and stroke menu up. So let's just click off of that, do Control Shift F for fill and stroke. And now you'll notice that next to our align panel, we have the fill and stroke. So again, with your selector, you are going to choose that circle, and we are going to do our stroke style. Stroke style. Right now it defaulted to millimeters. If you're used to working in pixels, feel free to change it to pixels, which is what I want. I want 3 pixels for the size of the face that I have right now. Yours may end up being different, a different size. Just go with whatever looks good for you. So then you'll notice that my join and my cap are rounded. Yours might be different, so go ahead and click on round. Now we're going to click N for our node tool, and you notice that we have this little circle that pops up. If we click that and we drag it, we end up creating this little mouth. Now, you could leave it like that, but what I'm going to do is I grabbed it and started bringing it up a little bit, and then started bringing it down again, and that little line segment went away. And now we've got this kawaii style face with a little smile. Okay, so I'm going to click on the just the smile and the circle, and back on my align menu, I am going to choose the last selected because I selected, oh, you know what? I'm on nodes. I don't want to be on my node tool. I want to be on my select tool. That's why things weren't showing up. Okay, so I want to do last selected because I hit the mouth first, then I hit the face. Now I want to center on vertical axis, and it just move that mouth ever so slightly. And if I want to, I could just click on my arrow key once that mouth is selected to move it up. So I think that's cute. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this. But now we need to do some cutouts because yes, you could cut this out of black and these out of pink, but they would be very small and very fiddly, and we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to zoom out a little bit, draw my selector box around everything, and do Control D to duplicate. And so now that I have duplicated that, I am going to start cutting holes in the in the circle. All right, so I have to do this one at a time. So let me zoom back in by hitting 3 on my keyboard. Okay. So I am going to select the mouth and hold down Shift and select the circle. Now when I hit Control minus, so my Control minus key, that is going to remove whatever was on top from the bottom. Okay, editing Amy here because I forgot to show you one step. So if I were to select the mouth and then hit Shift and then did my Control minus, you'll notice that we've got the half circle is now subtracted from our object. So I'm going to do Control Z, and this is, I'm going to go to my node tool. So I'm hitting N on my keyboard to go to the node tool and selecting. So remember how this one I was able to just create this half circle. Well, that's fine. That step works. But now I'm going to hit S for my selector tool. And now I need to go up to path, stroke to path. So that is Control Alt C. And I'm going to do stroke to path. And now when I hold down Shift and click, I can do my Control minus, and that is going to subtract that mouth from the object. So let's look at how you can do this with the menu. So I'm going to click on one cheek, hold down Shift and click on the circle, go up to path, and now it is difference. So Control minus is the difference. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to hold down Shift, Control minus, and then with the eyeballs, Control minus, and Control, you know what I should do first? I'm going to do Control Z. I'm going to get rid of these little white circles because they are not going to show up because they'll be on the white background. Okay, so Control, Shift, Control minus. Okay, so now I have the top of my little kawaii face. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way for a moment. I'm going to highlight everything again, duplicate it, hit 3 on my keyboard to zoom in. And now the next layer is going to be the cheek layer. Okay, so again, I'm going to get rid of these whites, or actually, you know what, let's just Shift. I'm going to get rid of the white circles and the cheeks because this is the cheek layer. So I can't remember what color that cheek was, but let's turn this into a pink. I don't know, some kind of pink. And now we're going to get rid of each of these layers by again hitting Shift, selecting them both, and then Control minus, and Shift, selecting them both, Control minus, and Shift, Control minus. Okay, so now we've got the second layer, and now we've got to Control D, drag it on down, hit 3 on the keyboard. This is going to be our black layer. So for this one, we don't need, all we need to do is cut these white circles out of the background. Okay, so everything else we can just get rid of. I'm holding down my shift key and deleting all of those. I'm going to turn this circle black, and then I'm going to hold down or click on the small circle and then control and the big circle and then control minus. It's hard to tell that I did anything because it's white on a white background. So just note that if you don't like that, like if it's hard to see what's going on, let me just drag this over to the side, and then you can see that indeed those circles have been deleted. So now I am going to, I'm going to try it with, nope, Control Z. That does not work. This is why we do it one at a time. So I'm clicking that with selector, click the large circle by holding down Shift, Control minus, and then our last one, Control minus, and now we've got all three of our pieces. So let's go ahead. You know what we do need? Let's go ahead. I'm going to just duplicate this one, Control D, and then this one is going to be white. Okay. All right. So now that's going to be the bottom layer. So let's move this on top of that. We'll move this. Oh, okay. I should show you what I'm doing. Let me Control Z. Beep. All right. So this white layer, and let me zoom in on this. This white layer is on top. So on the menus, I went ahead and just lowered that one level. Oh, not selected. It would help if I selected it. Okay, so now the pink I want to be on top of the black, and the yellow I want to be on top of that. So I'm raising the section one step. Now with my selector tool still selected, I am going to highlight around all of these circles and then go to my align vertical axis and align horizontal axis. And now I've got my little cute kawaii face. Now we are going to export our little kawaii face. So we're going to hit Shift Control E to bring up the export menu, and you'll notice you can export the entire document, the page, or a selection. So I'm going to click on selection, and that gives me my little kawaii face. And now I need to decide where I want to save it. So I'm going to click on the little folder in the lower right hand corner, and I am choosing to save this to a folder, an Inkscape folder that I have created. And so I'm going to, for right now, I'm just going to leave it like this, and then I'm going to choose Save as Type. I'm going to click the drop down arrow, and I'm going to save this as a plain SVG. So plain SVG, and then I think I'm going to put this under tutorials. Okay, so plain SVG for kawaii style. I'm going to hit save, and now that SVG file is available for any project that I want to put it on.